Hello, I'm Rindeep. Welcome back to my channel where I show you how to make your favorite Indian dishes at home. So please subscribe if you haven't already. Today I'm going to show you how to make restaurant style Chana Masala at home. If you've ever noticed at the restaurant, their Chana Masala has a completely different taste, texture, and even color. So I'll show you how to get it exactly like that at home every single time. We're going to start with soaking our garbanzo beans overnight or for at least 6 hours if you can. And once they're soaked, we can move on to discussing our secret ingredients. So at the restaurant, to get the chickpeas to be soft throughout all the way to the center, they use two secret ingredients. One is baking soda to add to the pressure cookers to make the garbanzo beans cook through faster, and the other is black tea, which not only gives the garbanzo beans its color, but it also helps cut out the baking soda flavor. I'm using a stainless steel tea infuser so that I can add my tea in there as well as all my dry spices. But if you don't have that, you can use a tea bag instead and just throw in all the spices into the pressure cooker. We're adding our rinsed and drained garbanzo beans, some water, the tea infuser with the loose leaf black tea and the other spices, and of course our secret ingredient, the baking soda. You want to make sure that there's enough water in the pressure cooker so the garbanzo beans are barely covered. If you add too much water, the garbanzo beans will move around too much in the pressure cooker and they might get mushy, they might lose their shape, so just be careful with that. I'm going to close the pressure cooker. Don't forget to add the whistle at the top, and we're going to cook for about 3 whistles. Since I soaked mine overnight, I'm cooking them for about 3 whistles. If you hadn't done that, or you soaked them for a little bit less time, you might need to go all the way up to 6 whistles. But be on the safer side and cook for less whistles, and let them depressurize naturally, which will allow them to cook for a little longer too. So, because we don't want them to lose their shape and become too mushy. Alright, so the next secret to the restaurant style Chana Masala is their spice mixture, the Chana Masala, the spices that they use. You can buy the Chana Masala spice mix from the Indian store, but if you want to make this at home, here are all the different spices you're going to need. So I added some Cumin Powder, Coriander Powder, ginger and Amchur Powder, and Anardana Powder. To that spice mixture, we're adding our normal spices: turmeric, Garam Masala, red chili powder, salt, and I'm also adding some dried fenugreek leaves, which are optional. If you don't want to add those, you don't have to. I'm just getting all of the spices together in one bowl so that it's easier to throw into my tempering or the tadka once I'm ready to. If you're adding the dried fenugreek leaves, I like to crush them on my hand before adding. So my garbanzo beans have cooked for about 3 whistles, and while the pressure cooker is depressurizing naturally, I'm going to prepare the tadka or the tempering. I added some ghee, but you can add oil to make this dish completely vegan. And to that I'm adding some finely chopped onions and ginger garlic paste. You can grind the onions as well as the tomatoes if you don't want to spend some time finely chopping everything. And I also added some tomato paste because I like the color that it gives to the tadka. I like that bright red color. Once the tempering or the tadka starts releasing the oil, that's when you know that you're ready to add the spice mixture. I'm adding water a little bit at a time, just so that the spices don't stick to the bottom of the pan while they're cooking and roasting. You don't want to add too much water right up front, just enough. Once the spices have cooked for about 5 or 6 minutes and everything has melded together, that's when we can add a little more water to make this into more of a gravy that we can add to our chickpeas. Alright, our pressure cooker is ready to be opened. Look at that beautiful color. So the garbanzo beans are really soft, but they're still holding their shape. As you can see, I can mash it very easily with my finger. I'm going to remove my tea infuser and we're going to add the tempering to the pressure cooker. So I didn't add too much water to the tempering because I wasn't sure how much water was going to be left over in the garbanzo bean mixture. Once you add the tempering and gently stir everything together, it'll give you a better sense of whether or not you need to add more water or let it be. My gravy seemed a little too thick, so once I stirred it together, I did add a little bit more water. Again, be gentle when you're stirring and let them simmer for about 10-15 minutes more, just so that the tempering, the tadka, and all the spices and the flavors can be absorbed into the garbanzo beans. And that's it! Our restaurant-style Chana Masala is done. Doesn't it look exactly like a restaurant? I hope you give it a try. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell notification so you know when I upload new videos.